The word formation of slang terms on English and Vietnamese social media in 2023. Word formation studies aim to understand mechanisms for creating new lexical items, but scholars disagree on how to model these processes. Vocabulary constantly changes, especially due to social media, which accelerates the creation of new slang terms. The study focuses on achieving these two aims: to investigate and compare word formation processes in the creation of slang terms on English and Vietnamese social media in 2023. Having outlined the aims and significance of the study, it is important to review the key concepts and previous research that provide the foundation for this investigation. The discussion starts with slang itself, as the nature of slang terms plays a central role in understanding how new expressions are formed and circulated online. Slang is informal language used among youth groups with shared interests. Social media accelerates the spread and evolution of slang. Some slang becomes conventionalized, but others quickly fade. Building on the concept of slang, the next section focuses on word formation, the linguistic process that explains how new lexical items come into existence. Word formation involves expanding vocabulary by creating new words or modifying existing ones. Ewell 2010, Meyer 2009, and Schmed 2015 describe word formation as a system of rules and generalizations underlying lexical innovation. Since word formation involves a variety of mechanisms, it is useful to examine how different scholars have classified these processes and how they apply to English and Vietnamese. Dividing word formation processes. Ewell 2010, coinage, borrowing, compounding, blending, clipping, back formation, conversion, acronym, derivation, multiple processes. Meyer 2009, added meaning extension. Schmed 2015, added reduplication. LA 2023, mapping with Vietnamese slang, syllable change, homonyms, spoonerism, adding new elements. Key concepts are defined with examples including meaning extension Meyer, 2009, reduplication Schmid, 2015, coinage, borrowing, compounding, blending, clipping, back formation, conversion, acronyms, derivation Ewell, 2010, Meyer, 2009. Vietnamese specific processes, Lay, 2023. After reviewing the main classifications, the following subsection highlights previous studies that have examined word formation in social media contexts, offering insights into current research trends. Earlier studies explored word formation in social media platforms Instagram, Twitter. Common processes found in past research: inflection, compounding, acronyms, borrowing, and abbreviations. The findings show that social media is a productive environment for new word creation. With the theoretical framework established, the next part outlines the methodology used to collect, categorize, and analyze slang terms in both languages. Subjects. Slang terms frequently used on English and Vietnamese social media in 2023 includes newly coined terms and older terms that resurfaced in 2023. Phrases or full sentences were excluded. Data collection instruments. The research under discussion drew upon a diverse array of contemporary social media charts. Unit Media, Kokok Year in Search 2023, and Wechgois Jeslang, a survey conducted by preply.com, and a number of other sources, including dantry.vn, voh.com, .vn, ef.com, and studyusa.com. Data collection methods. English slang was primarily sourced from preply.com single quotes S 2023 survey 682 parents of teens. Additional English sources: ef.com, studyusa.com. Data analysis procedure, quantitative method. Each slang term was classified by its word formation type. Results were tallied and visualized in charts, followed by analysis and cross-language comparison. Based on the methods described above, the findings below present the word formation processes identified in English and Vietnamese slang and compare how frequently each process occurs. Word formation processes in the creation of slang terms on English social media in 2023. 7 distinct word formation processes were identified for the 33 terms. Most frequent, meaning extension 14 instances, or 42.4%. Examples: era, extra. Second most frequent, acronyms 5 instances, 15.2%, and coinage 5 instances, 15.2%, were tied. Examples: acronyms EKIC, DTB, coinage sheesh, oof. Other methods: clipping 12.1%, compounding 9.1%. And the least frequent, conversion and syllable change, 3% each. Examples: clipping sus, riz, compounding finna, situationship. After examining English slang terms, the analysis now turns to Vietnamese social media slang to identify similarities and differences in word formation patterns. 6 distinct word formation processes were identified for the 44 terms. Most frequent, meaning extension 13 instances, or 29.5%. Examples: ta on h&h, xt kio. Second most frequent, borrowing 8 instances, 18.2%, and syllable change 8 instances, 18.2%, were tied. Examples: borrowing flex, pressing, syllable change, shinlu, mui. Other methods: compounding 15.9%, multiple processes 13.6%, and the least frequent, coinage 2 instances 4.5%. Comparison of word formation processes in the creation of slang terms on English and Vietnamese social media in 2023. English has 7 word formation processes, in contrast to the 6 found in Vietnamese. Coinage, compounding, meaning extension, and syllable change were common to both languages. However, acronyms, clipping, and conversion were unique to English, while borrowing and multiple methods were exclusive to Vietnamese. Strange instances from which new theories can be proposed in Vietnamese social media word formation. A lie, an ambiguous case of borrowing. A lie, borrowing, poses a paradox regarding the boundaries of borrowing, as it is an internal borrowing from a Vietnamese minority Ta people's language, questioning if borrowing must always be cross-language or just across major languages. The findings discussed above form the basis for the conclusion, which summarizes the key results and offers suggestions for future research. Thank you for listening.